Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a pretty town red. Can't let that shit glitter in my head, war gaming.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Hobby Homies. We are your weekly tabletop podcast. I'm Shane, hanging out with Fox.
Howdy.
And of course, hanging out with our good friend Churchy.
What's up?
Today we are in episode 2 of season 4.
Wow.
Season 4.
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Is this the first episode, a peek behind the curtain that we've done this year?
Yes, this is the first episode of 2022 because episode 1 was recorded last year. Weeks ago.
Spoilers. We flew back in time, recorded an episode, threw it to forward in time, which was in the past, and now we're here in the present, recording something for the future, which you'll see now.
Yes, that's how time works. We're doing some Back to the Future type shit.
Yeah, man. You got Michael Fox
when
here
is
ready to
there
go.
now?
That's it.
Well,
And Doc.
Everyone's Doc, because of all the crazy hair.
Who am I? That boof. Oh.
You beeped yourself. That's so good.
I was like, okay, that's the one we're not going to start the podcast. This is an extended beers and banter, as you can tell by our rambling of an intro.
Yeah.
Unlike most of our content, which is well structured, planned. Why are you doing air quotes? People that listening can't hear that.
No one listens to.
This is more of a, this is going to be a catch up for us. You know, it's been a minute. We've taken a couple of weeks off for the holiday season. We are back in it, and we're going to be drinking some beers and talking some banter.
Yeah, exactly. These episodes, they're just like a bit of a lucky dip.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember those lucky dips? Like the 50-cent ones?
And you get a paper bag.
Yeah, it was always a paper bag. Same thing they used for Pass the Parcel and fish and chips.
Huh.
Yeah, that same shit. I guess they just had leftover from their
And
fish
abundance
and chips.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess everyone's stocked up for the yearly Pass the Parcel they made for their kids, and you just had extra. Because I haven't seen it in the last 10 years.
No.
Except
Doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, neither of those lucky dips. What kind of stuff did you used to get? It was just random, right? It was
I don't know,
what were they for?
I don't even know.
Man,
They existed, right?
I remember one lucky dip thing that I did was it was at the country fair, Little River Country
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, that's right. It was
And
always fairs and fates, which
Yeah.
also don't exist
Except
anymore.
it was like a jewelry one. It was all this cheap metal jewelry.
Yeah.
It was obviously really cheap.
Yes,
and,
like rings,
but
skull rings and
and
stuff.
scorpion necklaces.
Oh,
and shit.
yeah.
But I remember there was this really cool one because I think they were like $5 to buy individually or something.
Yeah.
But the lucky dip was only like $2 or $2.50 or something.
And you had a chance
And
to get it?
I was like, fuck, man, I can just I
Sounds-
spent like $15 on the lucky dip, and I got a bunch of random little bits of jewelry and stuff. But that's my little lucky dip story there. So,
Well, it's funny because did you know there was a chance to win the $5 Scorpion one in the lucky dip?
yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I can't
So
remember
that's
what it was, but there was a
gambling.
few. There was a few. Yeah,
So
it was
that
basically gambling
starts at
for
a young
children.
age.
It
It
does.
was gambling for children.
Yeah,
It was there was a cool scorpion one, and there was
Yep.
there was a few good ones and then a lot of shit ones. But
Yeah.
for me, it worked out well because I liked everything that was there.
Yeah,
And then
so
I
your
actually got the
$15
scorpion
was
one
fun.
and
In theory, right, we could sell scratchies to kids, just calling them lucky dips.
I think so. Well, the thing is, there was this big uproar about loot crates on video games, right?
Yeah.
Because
Lucky
it's
dip.
essentially
Gambling for
gambling.
children.
It's a lucky dip.
I'm like, are we ignoring booster packs for every card game?
And in some countries, it actually got banned, like
Yeah, it
Belgium
did.
and stuff.
Yeah,
I think.
legit.
There's a few that
So they've been desensitizing us for gambling, and they're like, hey, make sure you don't get a gambling problem, but also here's a Pokemon booster, a lucky dip, whatever.
And spin this electronic wheel, and maybe you win a skin for your gun.
Speaking of wheels, this episode brought to you by Wheel of Names. If you ever want to put a bunch of names in a wheel and spin it around and get a random one for your monthly giveaways,
We've
wheelofnames.com.
been using them for a minute. Red Hot Minute.
Red Hot Minute. That's a lie, though. They're not giving us any money.
No,
They
they're
don't
not.
even know we exist. I don't even know if the creator of that website exists.
Maybe not.
We'll never
The
know.
bot.
But something we do know exists is our patrons, and this episode is brought to you by our patrons.
Yes.
Shout outs later on in the episode.
Absolutely. Yes.
Look, it has been a minute. You tell no lie. I want to know, since I saw you last, which was late 2021.
It has been a whole year.
Yeah, a whole
Like
eternity.
calendar year.
Not long enough, if I'm honest.
You're
Just
right.
kidding, just kidding. Have you done any hobby, Shane?
I've been doing heaps of hobby, dude.
All right, I want to hear about that.
Heaps of hobby. Like right now? Or later?
I don't know. I got some questions for Churchy.
Oh, yeah. Churchy's been doing some hobby. Let's
Well,
talk
I
about
don't-
Churchy's hobby.
Well, I don't want to talk about Churchy's hobby yet.
Oh.
I want Churchy's opinion on a
Churchy?
few things.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe a few guesses.
Hang on. Okay.
Yeah, I
Sure.
want to
Let's
jump straight
I don't
in.
know
Let's
what's
do it.
going on.
Churchy, we provided you with some photos earlier
Oh
on,
yeah, you did.
before we
You
started
did
this
too, you
episode.
did too, yeah.
Now, we want you to look at said photos.
Okay.
And of course, bring them up on the screen.
Okay, I can
For
do
those
that.
who aren't watching this and are listening on Spotify and such, check out our YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Give
but-
us a sub and a like and check out all our videos on
the pictures.
there. Churchy.
But we'll give you.
Oh, I got a black screen.
Well,
That's
those
not-
listening, you won't miss out.
Oh no, here we go. It's working.
We'll talk to you about what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
we'll explain
We'll
it.
try and commentate as the situation unfolds.
And Shane, I do want to hear about your hobby, and I'm surprised that Churchy's
doubt
done it, and I really want to hear about his, but I'm just too excited for this. So we'll
I
do
like-
this first, and then we'll talk about
I
it.
like how you started by asking me what I want to do, and then mid-sentence you're like, I don't want to ask.
Don't
this
mind
anymore.
me. Just,
I'm
just,
already bored.
Just ignore that 2 seconds of other random logos and shit you saw there. That's on me.
That's a sneak peek into our
it's
Google
just
Drive.
That was-
I hope none about.
No, it was actually me just hitting the wrong buttons on the keyboard and bringing up like the live logo and then the intro again for a second.
Fucking hell, Churchy.
Don't worry,
It's a little rusty.
just-
It's been a few weeks.
It's been a
I
year.
haven't done it since last year. It's
Yeah.
been like a long time.
Yeah.
But we're all good. We're back on
All
you
right.
guys for a bit.
So, do you have a just click one of the pictures,
Back to the
Churchy?
piggies.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can poke your head around the corner, see which picture he puts up. Just pick one.
It's just on the
Yeah.
start.
It's
one.
Star Wars
It's like-
B2 Super Battle Droids.
All right, Churchy. Question:
Plastic.
These are plastic models from the Star Wars Legion range. As a fringe hobbyist who doesn't really have an idea of what we pay for things, you got a loose idea.
Yeah.
I want to know you as someone that would just collect them for their coolness, paint them, and maybe be able to play a cool skirmish game with me and Shane.
Yeah.
Assume all models that you see here give you the ability to build them, paint them, and play a small, fun skirmish game with your
Okay.
mates.
Yep.
Yep.
How much would you spend on those droids that you just see there?
Those droids I see there.
There's 6. Count them. 6
just try and
battle droids.
erase from your mind what you know.
Just like my first impulse is just $20.
Okay, cool.
Like $20 is.
If
what-
you saw that on a shelf for $20, you'd be like,
I'd be like,
Oh.
it's reasonable enough, you know.
and if we were there with you and be like, hey man, you should get those, that would,
then I'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But
But
you
that's the first number that comes to mind. Because
Yeah.
it's like that seems most reasonable
Yeah.
to me. Like,
Yeah.
So if you walked into a store and saw them for $20, you're not saying that's low enough to make you want to buy them straight then and
No,
there.
no.
You still consider
You-
the
you
same.
just
but
go-
I'd consider that. I'd be like, yeah, maybe.
What
I'll
if
get
you
this.
walked into the shelf? Walked into the
If
shop
I walked
and
into the shelf, I'd
then
probably-
would you buy them?
You'd have a
Oh, yeah.
concussion and forget what money is, and therefore buy them.
What if you walked in the store and saw that on that shelf for $65?
If I sold for that for $65, I'd walk out.
Well, hear that, Star Wars Legion?
Well, bro, don't walk into literally any hobby shop.
That kit there is $65.
No way.
Australian. Yep.
No
Yep.
fucking way.
Yep. Yep.
What?
Yep.
I'm gonna see if I can see if there's any on sale to even get like what's the closest we can get. Yeah, some place have them for
How?
$50.
Yeah.
How can that be $60? 65.
We get a bunch
That's
of
the thing,
cards and tokens in there. Cardboard, bit more cardboard.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. And sprues. Don't forget sprues.
Oh,
Alright.
we got sprues.
Come on.
Churchy, bring up the next photo.
All right,
What's the
let's-
next one we
Let's
got?
go to the next one. Let's bring him back up on the old pickies.
This is 3 plastic Prussians made by Perry Miniatures.
Yeah. So you can't get these as 3, I believe.
No, 39 in fact.
You have to buy them as 39. But
Yeah.
Churchy, if you walked into a store, same deal, and saw these 3 on the counter,
3 on the shelf. How many are you going to pay for
and it's got
3
like a
of
little
those?
sticker on it, says this is how much these are.
But these also look a little bit lower quality.
They are.
They definitely are.
They definitely are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not getting that.
Man, for me, I mean, I'm a bit of a cheapskate, but for me, this would be something like $5.
Well then,
Maybe 10.
You are a generous sir, because those 3 would set you back just under $4.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you
They
go.
come in
So
a pack
it's-
of 39
it's
for
about-
50 Australian
Not
dollars.
bad, not
Yeah.
bad.
So you can buy. You think?
I can't
Imagine if
remember.
you whiffed completely.
Maybe.
No.
Roughly.
Roughly, give or take, could be $20.
It's either 50 Australian or 50 pounds. I don't know.
Wait, that's huge.
No,
Well, either way,
It's definitely $50.
even if it's $4, worst case they're 8.
yeah,
Yeah, but
So-
yeah.
yeah.
But no, like I'd happily like that sort of. I'd probably happily
Like a $5
pay
deal?
$5 for
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
three little dudes, $5, a little bit of painting and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
So-
It's something that's like,
Yeah.
$1
It sounds
to
reasonable to me.
$1 or $2 a miniature is like
Yeah,
your
yeah.
little for that kind of low
Yeah,
quality
yeah, yeah.
little dude.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, hit us another one, Churchy.
You
Pick
guys with
one
another one?
at
All right.
your leisure.
I'm just cycling through them, to be honest.
Yeah,
so
that's
whatever order
fine.
they were in the drive is the order
Yep.
they're coming up in. All right,
Yep.
so we
That's
got
fine, my dude.
the Skitari dude.
The Skitari Marshall.
Now, you used to have Skitari.
I did used to have some Skitari.
But
Yep.
it's funny that we're talking about this, and I guess this alludes to your the way you price things in your head. But you specifically waited until someone bought them overseas for you.
Yeah, so
you
little
didn't want to
story
pay
about that. Yeah.
Australian prices.
Little
for
story
them.
about that is my sister was doing archaeology over in the UK for a while, and
Which
she
is-
was in England.
Fucking cool
It's
story.
insane.
Yeah.
Like, finding
So,
like swords and shit.
What
Yeah.
I did was, because Games Workshop has massive like price, effectively they like price everything different in different countries and get away with making people spend as much as they possibly can in
They
each
know,
different
Churchy.
country.
Everyone
You all
knows.
know.
They
You all
know.
know.
Yeah.
So
Someone's sitting there like, oh, do they?
So, yeah,
What's
do
Games
they?
Workshop?
No. But yeah, no. So I basically set it up so that like I ordered a bunch of stuff that was way cheaper in the UK than here, and then I had it all sent to my sister, and then she mailed it to me. I believe is
You
how it
bought me
Yeah.
a monolith.
And
Bought me a necro monolith.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I got that for like $30 or
Yeah,
something.
and those kits were 80, I think.
Yeah, it was something
now
like
they're like
80 or-
$230.
I think it was like
Fucking
80
new
or
one,
95.
yeah.
It might have been like 80 or 90 or 95
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
at the time.
Just
Yeah.
yeah,
And in
yeah,
the
close
UK,
to 100
it
bucks.
was like 30 or 35.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
the
I was
old
like-
monolith. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's cool.
Still a massive chunk of plastic.
Yeah.
So that's a Skitari Marshall.
Right, so I'll bring him
Churchy.
up again.
So one singular model.
GW miniature, of course.
It's a character.
Yep.
Yep.
I will keep that in mind.
What do
'cause I
you-
do know that some of these guys get pretty fucking overpriced.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
do you reckon it's going to be on the shelf at?
For me, the most, like, even for a character like this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be, like, hard-pressed to pay more than, like, 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, 40. I know it's going to be more than that.
What do
'cause
you
they
What do you
always are,
reckon? Like, if you walked in the store, like, what?
This
what are you
motherfucker's probably
expecting
like,
to see?
this motherfucker's probably like 75 or 90 bucks or something stupid.
Oh, you get him on sale then.
No,
What is that guy?
you were actually pretty close with your like limit of $40. It's
Okay.
49.
Yeah.
49. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a bit more reasonable
Yeah.
than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Those
But also,
70 odd
he's not,
figures.
he's not one of the super ones.
No, he's not.
You'd expect a $70 thing for like a Primaris captain or something.
Yeah.
Don't forget, when you bought 10 Skitari Rangers or Vanguard,
Yeah.
you basically got one of these guys
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
box
Could've just
I
skipped
did
back
too.
one.
for
That's
68.
right.
Kind of.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
like a lieutenant.
Oh, yeah.
You get like a captain. He's got a
Yeah.
slightly different helmet. I struggle to see much more detail. I mean, there is more detail in this guy
Yeah.
than one of those, but you're talking
Yeah.
the same amount of plastic,
Yep.
the
Yeah,
same amount of
yeah.
effort that goes into the design of them
Yep.
in that same kit. So you got 10 of those for, what is it now? It's probably 68. It used to be 68.
Yeah.
I
it's
don't know,
probably
because again, they were the
77 or
ones that I
something now.
bought for like
Yeah.
half price effectively.
For sure.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, yeah.
But you would buy 10 of those for about $70 to
Yeah.
$80. So now
Yeah.
they want to sell you one of them for 50.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Which, put in the context, you can get one of those or 6 battle droids, basically.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, in that context, that's...
Or a
that's pretty
shitload of
nuts.
Prussians.
Yeah, or it's too many Prussians. You wouldn't even paint all those Prussians.
All right, Churchy, here's another one. What do you got?
Alright, we got... Looks like we got Test of Honor,
Test of Honor.
and it's gone black again. Oh,
Good.
There we go, it's working.
Beautiful.
Cool.
So that is a Ashigari warband.
Did we give one of those
Samurai
away?
Warband.
I think so.
Yeah, we might
Possibly.
have. We might have.
These are metal models.
Okay.
What do you reckon they're going to be on the shelf at?
And what would you happily just be like?
Yeah, and what would you pay?
It's a couple more models. They look all right. They look pretty decent. 30 to 40.
Is what you pay or what you think they're going to be?
What I'd pay.
Sure.
Yep.
Probably pay like 30 to 40, somewhere in that range.
Yep.
Yep.
Maybe. Again, that's sort of pushing it a little bit. But,
Yep.
But then, yeah, I'll just say 35. We'll go in
Okay.
the middle.
Yeah.
Well, if you were paying £35, you would be bang on the nose. The great British pounds, but unfortunately they round in about 65 Australian bucks.
Oh,
So, I think we picked a good selection because if you think about them in the context of each other, you got the
Yep.
Skitari range for 50.
Yeah.
Spend an extra $15 and you'd get all of those.
An extra like 8 models.
Less
Yeah.
detailed metal, which is pro to some but con to most, I suppose. The battle droids were also 60, so $10 more than
Yep.
the
Yep.
dude, and you get 5 more models.
yep.
Yep.
Then it's battle droids versus samurai. They're quite close.
Yeah.
I believe you get more Ashigari.
More,
you do.
yeah.
Yep. Couple
Yep.
extras there, yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, they're monopose. They're metal.
Yeah.
So again, pro to some, con to many.
Yes.
Um,
yes.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. The last one.
Oh, is there one more?
There is one
Sorry,
more.
I didn't know.
There's one
There is
more.
one more.
Churchy's
Bring it
opinion
up
is
now.
good because he's typically what a person getting into the hobby
Absolutely.
looks
yeah.
at these prices
Yeah.
like, whereas we
We've
can
been
be
to the
desensitized.
prices like,
Yeah, we've been
what
accustomed
the
to it.
hell is with these
We're like,
prices?
Yeah.
What do you mean it's only $200 for that one model? It's
Yeah.
like, that's a bargain.
That's a big model. I'm getting so much.
I'm sitting there
this
like,
big.
that is not a bargain. What?
Especially when like
Get two.
the characters like for a G-Dub character can go up to $70.
Yeah.
Well, more. It can go up to more.
Yeah.
But like one of the orcs that I get in the Beast Snagger box.
Yep.
He's got like he's just one character. He's just one dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Little dude. I mean, sharp details, not
Yeah.
not heaps of detail.
New kids. So they're
$70
all pretty detailed, yeah.
And I was
Mephiston's
like,
77. The Blood Angels.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when we see something like those box of Ashigaru for like 65, we're like, we get all these.
Yeah. For less than
They're
one.
so cheap.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what is the last one?
The last
Last
one.
one is a 45mm anti-tank gun.
Yes, this is a metal model.
Yep.
Is that what MM stands for?
Millimeters.
Metal models.
No.
But why metal models?
This is a bolt action model.
Oh, dope.
Churchy, what do you reckon that sucker's at, and what are you going to pay for it?
I'd
Yeah,
pay-
paid to.
Again, this I'd probably pay like maybe 10 to 15 for that.
Yep.
Like
How many dudes are on it?
3 with
Three
a
little
gun.
crew and a gun.
It's like a little crew and a gun. And I think
Yeah.
part of it for me is like when I see more little dudes to paint, that makes me go like, oh yeah, I'll get a bit more time out of it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes it a little bit more worth it.
So if you
Yep.
saw that in a store, that little thing, you'd be like, $15?
Closer to 10 probably,
Yeah.
like first instinct.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
like $12 or something like that.
yeah, something like that.
He said 10, dude.
He said closer
You were like,
to
I
10.
can get 12. You should work for GW. Like, I can get 12 out of this guy.
We'll go 12.50. We'll go 12.50.
Yeah, meet in the middle.
Yeah.
That, my friend, $30.
$30.
You get
Yeah,
five,
see,
man.
that's nah. I wouldn't pay. No way. I would pay 30 for
Yeah.
that. That's
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
pushing it a little bit.
That's
too
a little
much.
bit of a look into that, eh?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is interesting. It has
Yeah.
no purpose, that game, but
No.
so that was interesting.
I am very interested.
Interesting perspective. Of,
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah. Would you spend $30 on that?
Maybe.
It's like a little gunnery, right?
Yeah. It's like a cannon, like a tow behind like artillery gun.
Would you spend $30 on a GW equivalent one of those in a heartbeat? I know you would.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it was
Fucking
like,
oath, because
if it was
it's
like
gonna be
3
like-
Gene Steelers.
It's gonna be like $75 if it was GW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bloody oath.
But of course, it wouldn't be 30. That's the difference. What if it was Star Wars Legion? Three stormtroopers on a gunnery.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got Stormtroopers already.
Yeah, that's why I picked them.
Yeah.
I was like, that's as
Probably.
close as what you'll get to playing.
Probably.
The army you already have.
Exactly.
Not
Exactly, dude.
painted, of course.
No,
Well, you
of
did
course
paint
not.
one.
Painted one.
One. Pretty good.
See, I
Is
think
it
like
though?
part of why I'm probably still so cheap is like for a lot of it still I kind of look at it and go like I still have part of that mindset where I look at it and I'm just like it's just a little bit of plastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's still in
He's still a
in
normie.
my-
He's
There's
yeah.
still a
He hasn't
normie in there.
learned
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
still in my psyche.
It's so much more, Churchy.
That
Oh, you're
just-
buying the law.
That goes to
Yeah.
show that we haven't brainwashed him enough yet.
Well, I mean, I
Trying.
believe you bought those Skitarii just because we were
Yeah, because
so
we-
into Warhammer.
Because
Well,
Shane got me back.
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
Originally, when I got the Skitarii, it was because Shane wanted to play, and
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, fuck it, I've got an opportunity to get a bunch of cheap stuff. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then that was cool because I bought like enough to play like a small army, but
Yeah.
I paid like instead of paying like 500 or 600 or whatever, I paid like I think 300, and
Yeah.
that included Shane's
And you got a
Like,
codex
thing.
too, though.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
got like a codex.
Yeah,
and I got
wow.
like 2 squads of
Yeah.
rangers, and I got like the tank, the Iron Strider or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Like
the chicken leg dudes.
the like
Yeah.
one of those, and one
Yep.
of the other one, the crawler one,
The Dune
tank,
crawler.
the Dune
Yep.
crawler tank.
Yeah.
thing, and,
Yeah.
Yep.
I got
Yeah.
a few
Yeah.
few things.
Did
And,
we
squad
played
of,
we played a game.
We did play
Yeah,
a
we
couple of
played,
games. We
yeah,
played like
Kill Team
Kill
or something, I
Team
think.
and
I feel like we played a full scale one where me and Churchy
can't
both had
remember.
Skitarii.
Or maybe
and
we were
took
going
on your
to. We might
your
have.
Necrons.
Can't remember.
I don't know. We might have started
We
one.
half played so many games.
Yeah, that's it. We were so
Yeah.
good at half playing games.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
We were
Oh,
the
and I
best
had
at
those
half-playing games.
Rust.
Yeah, Rust
Stalkers or
Stalkers.
whatever,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
sword dudes or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Had a good
Who I
collection.
kept
you-
breaking the sword on.
They're so flimsy though. And
Which
you
is
kept them in
crazy.
a plastic bag.
Yeah, and I kept him in a plastic bag. That was.
The things you just mentioned there, like you said, you spent under 300 or something.
Yeah,
which
I think
is
it was under 300.
which
Well,
is
just
crazy.
over, but that was
Yeah.
also including Shane's. It might have been like 350, but that
Yeah.
included big
Shane's
old
thing.
Monolith,
And a Codex.
yeah.
And a Codex.
Because the Codex is like 78, 80, $84
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Onega Dooncrawler's
Yeah.
112, 115. So that's
Jesus.
200 just for those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see,
got-
literally, like, so much of the... Just picture it as, like, pretty much everything I bought was literally half price.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great price.
Bloody oath.
You said before, I had enough for a small army instead of paying like
Yeah.
600 or 500,
Yeah.
suggesting that a full army costs 600 or 500. But we did an episode a little while ago, link for that in the
Thousands.
corner here.
No, we're not doing that.
But I can't even remember what episode it was.
I watched YouTube videos said doing that is bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's why we didn't do it.
Tut.
We
do it.
established that a Warhammer army, like a playable Warhammer army, is about $1,100 to $1,300.
Yeah.
Which made me think, oh, how much is a new Star Wars army? So I calculated that
Which is
just
what
before.
you were doing the whole time. I was talking to you.
No, I wasn't listening. Oh, were you talking to me?
No.
Yeah,
Shane's
someone
just
was
sitting there,
talking.
How are you, Fox, my good friend? It's been so long since I saw you
I
last.
have missed
And
your
I'm like,
face.
all right, but how much is a B2 battle droid? And you're probably going to want General
Of course,
Grievous.
$65.
Of course. Did you see it? Oh, wait, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I want now both of you to guess what a playable... So Star Wars is played at 800 points.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many models that is roughly, sorry. Way less than a 40k game, obviously.
Yeah.
How much do you think a full Star Wars Legion army is? I'll give you a rough idea. No, I won't.
How many B2 battle droids are in it?
It depends on the list.
Okay.
$550.
I'm going to go $750.
Well, if I can just find my piece of paper.
It's probably like $650.
Probably.
You'll be pleasantly surprised that it's only $430
Oh, I was going to say $450.
for this one I made.
A separatist army.
Damn, I should have gone
And
lower.
another one was $400, another one was $450, all separatist
Wow,
armies.
That's much
Oh,
more
okay.
reasonable. Still, that sounds crazy to me. Like
$400.
$400
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like,
But think of how much.
But still,
Yeah.
again, like full army, and you get to paint them all. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
which I think, again, is that thing of it's just that versus like paying $40 or $50 or whatever for a box of 8 guys.
Yeah.
Versus paying $70 for one dude.
Yeah.
It's just way more value in more guys. I
Yeah.
feel
Bloody
like.
oath.
But anyway,
Yeah. I also think $430 seems reasonable to us as
Yeah.
wargamers, but
Yeah.
if it's 1/2 or 1/3 of the amount of models as a 40k army,
yeah,
then are
And
you
that's-
really saving, or is it the same price
it's
as 40k?
even much more
Hmm.
like. Actually, that's an interesting point. But even for me, that sounds more reasonable though.
Yeah. Yeah. The scale seems reasonable too when you're actually playing the game. It almost feels like it's more akin to those medium-sized battles.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
definitely.
makes more sense than like a mass scale. But anyways,
It's interesting.
Mm.
It's funny to sort of pick, isn't it?
that's enough
That is
about prices
plenty
and
of
what
money. Talking about money.
money.
One thing that
money.
we spoke about earlier.
What?
Australian government.
Oh, Australian. God, the Australian government and money. Oh, yeah, imagine like before the podcast, we're actually just like drinking tea and talking about current events and like relevant shit.
Stock
Oh, it's a
traded.
lovely day in Parliament today.
Yes, I heard they passed the bill. It was very good at the thing that we want.
Yeah, they spent the budget wisely there.
Very wisely,
Very
all the
wise.
time. Yes. But no,
More tea,
we are
but
Neanderthals.
Yeah. Scott Morrison, bad.
Keep me in my house, bad.
ScoMo, gotta go.
ScoMo, gotta go.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
How
So
about
you asked me about my hobby
I did check.
half an hour ago.
Shane hobby good. Scott Morrison bad.
Can't get political, dude. Can't get political.
It's a meme. We love
It is a meme.
ScoMo.
That's a meme too.
Anyways, this is the only country we could survive in, so let's not rat on it.
Yeah, true.
There's no
The
way.
CCP would have assassinated all of us by now.
Just
Oh,
for
yeah.
existing. They just don't like our energy.
True.
They're like, oh, I don't like that. The credit
Yeah.
score's fine, but oh, I just don't like them. Anyways, your hobby.
My hobby.
What have you been doing,
I
Churchy? No, stay. We need to hear about Churchy's hobby.
Okay.
Churchy's
thought we were
hearing about
enough.
Shane's hobby. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Come
let's
on.
hear about yours.
Let's
That's-
hear,
yeah,
so we'll
that's-
hear Shane's hobby. And
I don't want to talk about it now. No, of course I want to talk about
So
it.
you actually have something to talk
I
about.
got heaps, dude. I've been doing
Holy
heaps
crap.
of shit. I've been
For
doing
real?
heaps of shit. I went to throw the dice the other day.
Uh-huh.
I bought some terrain and I bought some models
Slow
for
down.
multiple things.
Slow down.
Yep.
What train did you buy?
I bought a watchtower, a miniature scenery watchtower.
Oh, yeah.
I bought it.
What are you going to use that for?
And
200 hours.
how much
Great
did you
Banter
pay for that lump of plastic?
Well, it was actually
It's
MDF,
wood.
probably.
MDF. It was $16.
That's
And it's a
actually
big
not bad.
motherfucker. It's about
not
the
bad.
size of like 2 cans like that. And like
Shane stacking
that
2
long.
cans.
Beautiful.
It's big boy.
Beautiful.
Big boy.
Big girthy
That's
boy.
the beauty of MDF then.
That's right. Cheap
like it.
and big. I also bought Terrain Crate Lumberjacks Camp, it's called.
I just want it on record that you went to Geelong to buy cheap, big wood. And you're quite satisfied
Absolutely.
with that purchase.
It was big and cheap.
Good.
I'll travel further than Geelong for big, cheap wood.
We don't have to.
I know.
Yeah.
Especially
Carry
when
on.
it comes to me.
Yeah, okay. Not the only tripod in this room. There's another one over there.
And a mono. And
Yeah.
I bought a Terrain Crate model.
Okay.
Terrain Crate box, right?
Yep.
I've never bought one before.
Yep.
This was called the Lumberjacks Camp.
Yep.
It had like a tent, a sleeping bag, like a little campfire, like a chopping block with like a little axe in it,
Dope.
pile of like bags and shit, right? Sick. Like,
That's cool.
I saw this and I'm like, that is 5 leagues from the Borderlands.
For
to a
sure,
T,
for
right?
sure.
And like, sure, you could use it like in anything else as well. Like, you could set it up for like Lord of the Rings or any 28
Yeah, but you're going to use it in 5 leagues from the board.
I absolutely am. But I was like, yeah, sick. And the box was like a fair size, right?
Yeah.
And I opened it and it's got, first of all, it's got like one of those plastic trays in there.
Yeah.
And like everything is like in its own spot, like pre-assembled and everything.
Oh, dope.
And I'm just, but I'm like, hang on, like this is a lot of box for like not many miniatures, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Big box bad. Many miniature good.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, what is the point? Like,
Yeah.
why is it like this? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I get it. The tent's in one piece, so like, it's like molded like that.
Sure.
Right? And like,
Interesting.
I was surprised. You know, a part of me was like, that's
that-
a lot of
Yeah.
wastage. You
Is
know?
that something you often care about?
Sometimes.
Don't order from Officeworks then.
I hate shrimp wrap, sorry.
Oh yeah, something you just rip off for
Yeah.
the sake of. It's not really protecting the box
Not really, no.
from dints and stuff. Maybe
No.
the occasional scratch.
Like
That's
a
not
bit
enough.
of water or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, maybe
but-
water.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe that's actually it. That makes sense. Actually,
Moisture.
I'm more for it than I've ever
But how
been.
many shrimp wraps have you had that's got like holes in the corners, right? Anyway, that's probably
That's
shrimp wrap.
breathability.
Okay.
The cardboard needs to breathe. Shrimp need to breathe. That's what it was for originally. Did
Yeah.
you know that? It's called shrimp wrap. and they wrap the
Yes,
anyways.
we've established this many times.
It is no law.
It is well known.
Well, I was boxing up to post I believe it's a terrain crate that Gridlock won
Yeah.
from one of our comps.
Yeah.
The new one.
Yeah.
Was that spring? Oh wait,
I don't know, dude.
was it Grid? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, one of them. I believe it was spring.
This is one of the giveaways that you've led the reins on.
Yes, correct. Yeah, that's true.
I'm surprised Gridlock's actually getting it.
Yeah, it's in the post. It's in the post.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's what I've been telling my brother for a long time.
Well, your brother.
His birthday presents in the past.
Oh no! From which year?
Every year.
It keeps stockpiling. It keeps hitting his. I don't know. It's the wrong email address or something. But yeah, so all the stuff in there is really cool. But I don't know. Maybe I wonder if it's pre-assembled
Probably is.
because there's a lot. Like it's like heaps.
Yeah.
Like probably 4 times as much
Is
as
it
what
the
you
pipes
said.
one or is it like the?
That's brand new. I can't believe you
base
didn't see it.
building?
Like, it's like one of our giveaways, dude. For our competition. I suppose it was a shorter competition.
It was. Oh yeah, I know the one. That's all right.
You don't know that one. You just don't want me to look it up. Yeah, I don't
So
know.
terrain crate's interesting. I know some of them do require building, like the actual buildings themselves
Yeah.
require assembly.
Oh,
but
okay. Maybe it's one of those.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the walls and you just glue them
pretty
together.
much. That's what I think it is. It's like just flat, like a flat pack.
Yeah,
like
okay.
IKEA that shit, right?
Like, what about that Gang Warzone one? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Is
yeah.
that's surely that's
And there's
not
another one.
assembled.
There's another one called what is it? It's like a outpost or something like that. There's actually some good ones.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this is my gripe with a lot of the sci-fi terrain. It's all ruins. Like everything's like blown up and smashed
What happened
up.
to the
It's
shit
like,
they just built?
Yeah, exactly. It's like surely like, or maybe they finish building something, they step back to admire it, and like some ship just like flies past and fucking bombs it.
Yeah.
And then, like
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at all of them. You're right. Oh, the military compound's a
that's
little
what
bit
I'm
intact.
thinking of. Yeah,
Yeah.
military compound. Yeah.
But that one's called Ruined City, so I guess you expect some ruins.
Fair.
But yeah, but you're right. That's the one that gritty one. That's
Yeah.
dead zone terrain. But look at all that shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's
I reckon
heaps
that's going
in
to be
that.
like all the walls are going to be like requiring assembly.
Yeah, sure.
But
Sorry.
there'll be some chunky detailed like
Yeah.
other things in there.
Dead Zone Terrain Booster. Look it up if you really
Yep.
want to reference
Yeah,
on what
yeah.
we were talking about.
We haven't created a photo for that.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Sorry, man.
That's all the shit you get, by the way. I
Cool.
was thinking about getting it for myself.
Do it.
It's like $150. I thought
Get
pretty
it.
good. I mean, Churchy would never pay that, but
No,
I mean,
it's not bad.
what was your
It's a
what
lot
was the
for
terrain
some-
crate for the? Yeah, it was a lot.
It was $18.
Wait, that terrain crate with the
Yeah.
campfire and stuff.
Yeah. Like,
Man, you're getting some good terrain.
That's
deals.
gorgeous.
yeah, I know, but like you'd see it.
Well,
and
that's
you'd be
from
like,
Throw the Dice.
That's Throw the Dice, and you'd see it, and you'd be like, like in the box, it's like, oh yeah, cool, because
Sure.
it shows you like
What
what
you
you
can
camp
do.
setup, right?
Sure.
But then I opened it, and I was like, not gonna lie, I was disappointed,
Yeah.
and like. But the detail was fine. For terrain, like it had some pretty big mold lines that just needed some like cleaning, right? But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but it's just a little campsite, you know. It's just gonna bring a bit of life to a table. Like,
Yeah.
I was talking to one of our homies, Ollie, about
Yeah.
like terrain, and like I said to him, like, I haven't got trees. Like that's the one bit of terrain I don't have.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, like trees just bring life to a table. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, as soon as you add trees to it, it just goes to a whole next level.
For sure.
And like that's the kind of vibe I got from this little campsite.
Yeah.
Because like I'm like, well, in my mind just started racing. I was like, okay, 5 leagues from the Borderlands.
Yeah.
Similar to 5 parsecs, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a little camp in this like forest, you know,
That's
and
it.
like you might be your camp, and then you get attacked by like undead skeletons, like anything, right? Like my mom was just going crazy.
Yeah.
And
And then you opened it and it was a tent for $15 and some other plastic.
exactly,
Yeah.
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 But it'll be good. It'll look good.
Trees are something that cost-effective trees is something that is lacking from our hobby.
They're too delicate. I think that's the problem.
I think so too. Like you look at the railroad trees, they're like $30 per tree.
I know.
Then
Yeah.
you look at what is it called when it's just like the stem of the tree? What's that word? The trunk.
Trunk. Yep.
But it's got a name, like the frame of a tree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Everyone knows. Then they're shouting at me.
Yeah.
But anyways, but you still have to add all the shit to it.
all
you know, all the flock
foliage
and
yeah. Ollie was saying the way he makes trees is like he like shapes them with like wire
yeah,
and then wraps them in masking tape and
Yep.
then attacks them with like filler, like
Yeah.
plaster filler
right.
to get the texture of the bark.
For
You
sure.
know, and then paints them and then like dunks them in like flock and shit.
Yeah.
Or glues like lichen to them, I think, and then
That's the one. Yeah.
flocks it. Yeah, so it like
He flocks the hell out of it.
he just flocks all day and all night.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a mother flocker. That's what he is. He's flocking those trees. Yeah,
But yeah,
and his
it's-
trees do look dope.
It's
But
something I'm going to try next. I think.
I
I'm
just
gonna
want
try
to
and make
buy
some
a tree.
I'll make trees and I'll sell them to you.
All right, dude. All right, man.
I want to make them. You want to buy them.
It's
The win-win,
match
isn't
made in
it,
heaven.
Churchy?
It is. It is.
The thing is, I can 3D print the things and give those to you, and then you could just flock.
And then I can
flock
sell them back to you.
Yeah, flock my wood up, and then sell them back to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
flocked,
it,
dude.
Yeah,
Get so flocked.
hope so.
Yeah.
But that was just the start of your story. So you bought some stuff. Who
Bought some
cares?
stuff. I bought some miniatures. He at Throw the Dice. He's got this. This seems like an ad, but it's not. Like it's just tricky.
This
just a fair
episode's brought to you.
dinkum,
Yeah,
It's not.
Tricky is just a fair dinkum dude.
Yeah, but like he's got this like this rack there with like just little dealy bags hanging from it, right? And I'm like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
is this, weed?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, they're miniatures.
Even better.
Yeah. And
I get high off that shit.
and like I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I picked up one, had like 3 little rifle guys in there, World War II era.
Yep.
I was like, okay. Didn't have a price on there. So
Sure.
I was like, okay, they're secondhand models, right? So
Yep.
I don't know. I was like, my brain was trying to channel Churchy to see what he would pay for.
Yeah.
it. And I get to the counter and I'm like, oh, these guys. And Tricky's like, yeah, it's a $5 shelf. And I was just like, perfect. Right? Like,
Yeah.
These are like 3 little dudes, $5, no
Yeah.
worries.
As we established, that's a good price to pay for 3 dudes. Prussians or not.
These are like English or allied.
So
or
there you go,
whatever.
Churchy. Throw the dart.
But and I was just like, okay, sick. These are going to be great for like 200 hours.
Yeah.
I got the guard tower, which I now have 2 of.
How'd you get the
Um,
second one?
I bought it ages ago
Oh,
from
okay.
Miniature Scenery.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 Very cool.
Oh man, my hobby, like I was like really like stagnating, and then like I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna do a based and built a whole bunch of my like all my Test of Honor miniatures, all the metal ones, all done,
You said based.
built and based. Yeah.
Have you based them all?
Just texture paint.
Yeah, but
Like,
still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. You just sent
Yeah.
me one. You're like, I've done it.
Oh no, I've done all of them.
Why did you send me that? Why did you
don't
send me a
know.
picture of fucking
I don't
20
know.
dudes
But
based?
I painted like 3.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I need to like flock the bases still.
Flock them up.
Flock
Yeah.
them up real big.
Yeah.
Tuft them and flowers and basically steal Foggy's paint scheme.
Steal it
base
all.
scheme.
That's what we do in the Discord.
That's what we do.
I like that. I'll steal that. That's shit. I'll leave that
Save
out.
that.
Steal that. I like that.
Exactly. Speaking of Discord, join the Discord.
Join the Discord.
Yeah. So that's my hobby lately. What have you been
Have
doing?
you painted? Oh, you painted the Ashigaro.
Ashigaro, yeah.
Did I see you'd started on? I feel like I glanced. What was it? Did I see you started on one of the anything from that tent set? Did you start on a bag or something? Did I see a bag?
On my desk?
Yeah.
You've been looking at my desk?
No, I whiffed past it. I went, smells like fresh paint.
Yeah. Yeah, I painted the sleeping bag.
Yeah, okay.
Painted the campfire. Not the fire itself, the stones for it.
Sure.
Because that's separate, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, you could have like just the stones there if the fire's not on, right? And you can put the fire in if it's on, right?
And then you put
Genius.
And then you put
Genius.
Get one of those little what do they do? Cotton wool with a bit of like
smoke.
smoke for when they've just put it out.
Yeah.
And then you've got all 3 phases of
You're
camping.
You're
I know.
a
Yeah, don't say it. There's people
idiot.
listening. Well, all right then. Jesus. All right.
That's a big fat lie.
That's it.
Yeah, and then like the chopping block, which is like I was just doing that last night just for something to do, you know, like easy easy wins, and I painted a whole bunch of other terrain too. I've been talking about me for like half an hour.
No, it feels like that. You haven't.
Okay.
I want to know about that terrain. What the fuck? You painted terrain?
Painted terrain, yeah, like like ruined columns from like Age of Sigmar.
It's funny. I didn't see that in Discord or any of my
haven't. They've
or any
been
of my Facebook
stealthily,
messages. Oh.
stealthily
Where
done.
are they, dude?
In the other room next to the sleeping bag.
I think I saw him.
You might have. Yeah.
I think I saw him.
But like,
Did you paint him like a tan, like a yellowy stone?
No,
It's
just
coming into me
normal
and
stone, but like dry brushed, like up to that. Yeah. Anyway, that was like just for like Warcry or 5 Leagues from the Borderlands or
Yep.
Harry Potter miniatures. They'd work for like that too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Terrain is invaluable, and I'm learning that.
Yeah.
I'm learning that. I used to think, I had my full Necromunda painted stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't really love this for that aesthetic. I'd rather 3D print my own stuff, and then I did, and got a full table.
Sold it all.
And I sold all that, and then I'm trying to remember even now if I
Yeah.
sold my 3D printed sci-fi stuff. And now I'm just like, well, you don't want to play the same table every time.
Nah, you don't.
You know, in my head, I was like, I'd build up this massive static table that I could move around a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was like, even if I did have that, I don't know if I'd want that.
Nah.
You know, you'd want
Yeah.
sort of like a few different things that you mix and match and make different scenes. And
That's the sort of sacrifice you have to make. Like when we see these beautiful tables, and to get to that, to make a good table, you can always make a modular. But to get
Yeah.
to a truly beautiful diorama-esque table,
it's got to be static.
it's got to be static.
Yeah.
There's almost zero you can do to change it around, because
Yeah,
as soon as you make that ability for it to be modified,
Yeah.
you lose detail.
for sure.
You can't do like simple things like clutter, like a leaf litter in the corner,
Yeah.
or like a gutter or something like that, or just like trash if it's a street corner or something like that. Like, you know, like yeah,
It's interesting, and I don't know, because we are pretty relatively new, but it does seem like all tables... Oh, no, that is a lot. It feels like all tables either used to be static
yeah,
or lackluster.
yeah.
Like, people
I
would
reckon
have
lackluster.
built tables, or if you went to a tournament, it was like that rollout green
Yeah,
mat
yeah.
with like a couple of things.
Like some hills and some trees.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Or it was like 3 buildings. It was like, there you go. And you're
But-
like, holy shit, buildings.
But you know, wargaming when it's rank and flank, that's the kind of terrain that you have.
Yeah.
You have a sort of sparse,
Yeah, because
you know, because you
anything
can't
more
have it cluttered.
would impede with like
yeah,
the
base sizes
bases.
and the trays and everything like that.
Yeah.
So that's where you draw the line. Like those, you know, like I mean, like you sort of look at like MJ's when she plays her Civil War, you know, tables, and it's like cornfields and stuff like, or Napoleonics and stuff like that. Like they're beautiful tables,
Yeah.
but I guess they're sort of done like both ways. They're like they are kind of open, allowing for that sort of movement, but then again, there's also a fair bit of detail there. So I guess
Yeah.
that's probably one of the outliers where it's like an exception, maybe.
Yeah. I do
Yeah.
notice that about rank and flank games like Conquest and Kings of War. Terrain, yeah, the actual models themselves.
Yeah.
Not the models, sorry, like when you can put them on a base and make
Oh,
them all
yeah.
dioramic
Yeah.
and you don't have to remove the models. That base alone looks cool, but then you put it on a table where the base may have all this detail that then doesn't match the thing you've put it down on.
Yeah.
You know, because it's got like a shrub and a tree and a fallen log, and then you put it
Yeah.
in this green.
And or you're playing on a city table and you've got fields around your feet. you
Yeah,
know, like
that happens in anything.
Yeah.
I guess you base your things in flock and then put them in the snow,
Yeah.
on a snow mat or whatever.
Yeah. It's so
But-
jarring, but it's like
yeah,
I was like in that. So I'm gonna divert a little bit, but like I was like, clear bases, is that gonna be a thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have seen very little clear bases done well.
Yeah, that's the thing. To do them well, it's almost at the moment it feels just as jarring.
Yeah.
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 So I don't know.
Mm.
Would be cool. I saw someone make a point that all terrain from a competitive aspect should be 2D, and I'm like, yeah, in a purely competitive aspect, if
Yeah.
you're just playing top-down chess, you
Yeah.
know, keep the terrain 2D to make it clear and concise. But wargaming, people play it. Yeah, a lot of people play it for the competitive aspect, but there is this charming, immersive feel to
Absolutely.
it. And I don't think
Yeah.
people are ready to sacrifice that
Nah.
entirely just for the sake of added competitive
There
benefits.
also
Yeah.
seems to be more people starting to play more for the narrative as well.
Yeah.
Starting to get into that aspect of it.
Yeah. I
Yep.
think it's because the only good competitive scene, the driving competitive force, is Games Workshop's 40K.
Yep.
And they have not handled balance
Nah.
and releases for the competitive side of things well, so people got burnt out. You know, 8th edition and 9th were really the competitive Warhammer editions that really
Yeah.
just like propelled it into this massive. You just look at the LVO every year, just numbers jacking up, the
Oh.
profits of the company just going
Yeah, dude.
insane. And people are burnt out. We've seen it anecdotally. We've seen it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people want to go to 30K, which it's good that Games Workshop's putting that in their plastic range because
Yep.
they can see maybe that's where people will go.
Yeah.
Maybe they're geniuses and they deliberately botched the competitive scene of Warhammer
Push everyone
to
to
push everyone
30K.
into narrative 30K. It's different to 40K, the thing we made you hate deliberately.
It's
Imagine.
it's the 40K version of the end times of,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
fantasy battles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Everyone's just going back 10,000 years, starting again.
But that's the thing, though. Like,
Great
even
Reset.
just like,
Yeah.
like terrain-wise, I mean, well, in my opinion, just even for me, it's like I find it much more interesting when there's like a board where the terrain is like detailed and actually affects what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Much
Yeah.
more. So like it becomes much more of a tactical consideration. Like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a choke point here and there's like an
Yeah.
elevated surface here where I can
Yep.
set some snipers
Oh.
on or whatever.
Yeah.
It's way more interesting than like, here's a tree, here's a rock, here's a tree.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that. I think I like the emphasis that the 9th has put on terrain.
Yeah.
I also like what the community has done with Games Workshop inability to balance range melee is that they've just littered these tables with cover
Yeah.
Yeah.
just to prevent those gunline armies from just you show up, you roll 200 dice
Yeah.
per unit and
Yeah.
you go home, you
Yeah.
know. So in turn the community has gone, we're just going to like you think
Yeah.
of target acquired's tables, they're
Oh,
just
they were beautiful.
they're modular, they're thick, they're rich,
Yeah.
they're immersive, they're themed.
Yeah.
It's
And you feel
interesting
like you're
though-
playing in a battlefield.
Yeah, it's interesting though that you mentioned the like the gunline armies because I remember like this is just like a flashback from years and years ago, but I remember like this is probably like over 10 years ago, more even like 15 years ago. But I remember like a couple of random times ending up near Games Workshop stores or whatever, and you'd see people playing in on their tables, but it was always just that. It was just
Yeah.
huge armies
Yeah.
in a big line,
Shooting each other.
just roll like you said, rolling like dozens and dozens of dice.
Yeah.
And that's all you do. You sit there,
Yeah.
roll all these, that hit, that miss, that hit, that
Yeah.
hit, that miss.
Yeah.
And it's literally just that for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
but now there's just I don't know, it feels like there's more opportunities for interesting much more interesting engagements because when the map is
Yeah.
much more littered with
Yeah.
cover and like interesting elevation and stuff.
Yep.
It's
You have to think about
way
it.
more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to think about it.
And like but that being said, also there's so many more games out there nowadays,
Yeah.
which are
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
just like they're avenues where people can be like, I've had enough 40K,
Yeah.
playing it since 2nd edition, whatever, you know, and they're burned out. Which like you know we're still only babies in the Warhammer world. We've only started since 7th edition.
Yeah.
So in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
not a long time. But like,
Yeah.
I know I'm feeling burnt out for 40K. Like all the new Gene Stealer cult stuff came out, and I was like, oh my god! Like I'm like, that was what I played for GTO. you
Yeah.
know, it was a bottom of the barrel army.
Yeah.
Still got one win.
Yeah, nice.
Thank you.
Hey, you won
Matt.
player of the entire tournament or something.
Dude of the day.
Dude of the day. You won dude of the day.
But like
For bringing Gene Stealer Colts, probably.
probably. Yeah. Everyone's like, well, he guaranteed me a win. So.
Yeah. Oh, God, guarantee him a vote.
Except for Matt. So sorry, Matt. Like, there's other games out there to play now, and there's like,
Yeah.
you know, and they're offering different like Infinity, right?
Yeah.
I was watching Tricky play against a dude named Dave, which isn't our Dave, targeted
Our
by
Dave.
Dave.
Our Dave.
We own him. Another dude, right?
Yeah.
And like, but I'm like, they're sort of like, I was like hanging around, and they're like, oh look, just watch us play the first turn. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, sick. All right, no
Yeah.
worries. They showed me deployment. They showed me alternating activations.
They showed you
know,
AROs.
I don't know what that is, but like they did a half a move, and then it was like, so like their move was like 4-4, and I'm like, why isn't it just 8 inches, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, that's because you might move 4, and then it gives your opponent a chance to act like to react.
Yeah.
And then if they can't, then you're the other 4. What's
Yeah.
an ARO?
That. It's when
Oh.
your opponent gets to react. Yeah. I forget what it's called. I've known it for years.
A reaction.
A reaction order.
A reaction order. That's
Yeah.
what. That's
It's
probably
something
Hermes
else.
guarantee.
It's like a tag of opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's if you enter their vision on
like
your first move.
You're darting across a laneway, or like from building to
Yeah,
building, or something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, you get a chance to
Maybe-
like a snapshot at them.
Yeah.
Maybe
And I'm like, that is sick.
Yeah, maybe that's part of why it's like things are becoming more interesting too, is because like more games are becoming like smaller scale, more
Yeah.
skirmish based,
Yeah.
more, and then also much more activation,
Less
less.
my turn, your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More like we played Test of Honor just recently in a battle report, and like it was like you activate one, then I do, and then like if you run out, then it's like
Yeah.
you activate one, it's like, oh no, I get to that one
Yeah.
again. They're like, there's just really cool things like that.
I'm looking up, by the way, ARO because I just automatic reaction order
There you go.
Ah, nice.
Yeah,
because it's automatic.
Yeah.
And it's a reaction.
Yeah.
And it's an order.
that's cool.
You're right. And so, on what you said, on what both of you said, first of all, I feel like skirmishes are a great way for companies to get in.
Yeah.
It's so easy to start. You don't have to
Yeah.
start a full scale. You don't have to compete
Nah.
with 40k.
Nah.
You just have to compete with the other 700 skirmish games that are out. You know?
Sell 2 factions, 10 models in each one,
Yeah.
and you might take off.
You might.
Yeah.
You might.
Yeah.
And on what you said, so you watched Infinity, and I remember saying to you, I think I played a game with Thingo, and I just came home came to here, and I was
Yeah.
like,
This is
I
home.
need you to play. I need to play a game with you, just a small game, 2-3 models each.
Yeah.
I know you will love this game.
Yeah.
But I want to know, having seen a turn, what do you think of it?
Man, I am so keen to get my nomads on the table.
I'm glad I bought you basically an army of them.
You pretty much have.
I
I've
forgot
bought
to
like
bring 'em,
3
sorry.
models, and you've bought me like 30 models. You do it every day, so you're like, here's more Infinity, here's more nomads, and I'm just like, okay, dude. Just taking them.
The thing about Infinity players too is that once you're in and you like all of them. When I first saw Infinity models, I just thought it's just generic sci-fi looking crap, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, actually, I've been desensitized a little. There isn't anyone putting out cool sci-fi model. I guess I see STLs and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, these are high quality, sharp, metal, beautiful models.
Yeah.
I'm just desensitized to the genre, but unappreciative. I've been unappreciative of how good these things look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think, like I said, the genre or the idea has been done so many times in art and board games and whatever. But they are incredibly beautiful models. But they carry a lot of similarity across the entire range.
Yeah.
It's not like you're buying Tyranids versus
No.
Orcs versus Space Marines.
Yeah, where everything is so blatantly different. Like,
Yeah.
You could paint up 3 models from different factions,
Yeah.
put them together, and you'd be like, well, they're the same.
Yeah.
They're the same team.
And I see a lot, like, across all the factions, they all have bikers and they're all
Yeah.
on 2-wheel bikes or whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, maybe a
Where's
little
the 3-wheel
variance would-
bikes at?
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where my
Where's the
3-wheel
mono-wheels
homies at?
at?
Yeah. Yeah. Give me a unicycle. Come on. That'd be
The
dope.
thing from South Park.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it.
But, like,
Churchy's
imagine
seen
a
it.
motorised-
Churchy's just a smile at Churchy's face. Churchy's seen it.
Okay, he's like,
What's it called again?
What the gyrosphere thing?
Yeah, yeah. Ah.
Garrison's
Get a
bike
picture
is
and pull it up.
ghost.
No. We're not
It's pretty
monetized on
funny.
YouTube yet, but we'll be demonetized.
Ah, true,
soon.
true. We should do this shit now.
True,
Well,
true.
we don't make a cent.
But like,
Yeah.
and like, but I was talking to Tricky and Dave, and then Dave's telling me about like his faction. He's like aliens. I'm like, wait, there's aliens in Infinity?
Aleph? Is that? No.
There was a couple. Apparently there's 2 factions. one
yeah.
aliens hates the other aliens.
Yeah,
and
of
I'm
course.
like, okay,
That's
and what,
so
the
alien.
humans are just like just chilling.
Yeah.
Like all of these different human factions, because I know that you were into the Hackislam.
Yeah.
I've been looking at the Nomads.
Yeah.
There's like the is it Pan Oceania?
Pan-Oceania,
And
yeah.
then there's like some American one which Tricky was playing.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called. He was calling them Americans.
Arianda?
Maybe.
Ariadna?
I don't
I
know.
forget what it's called.
Yeah, maybe. But like I'm like, I didn't know there was aliens. I just
Yeah.
thought this in this particular universe.
Yeah. It was all people.
It was all human still. You know, it wasn't that far. You know, like I don't know.
There are some cool aliens. But again, all the aliens are in the same sort of like sci-fi armor.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why I feel like they still carry the same vibe, which isn't a
same.
bad thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a bad thing at all. It just means it's kind of like yeah, it's kind of samey. Whereas we're like Xenos players almost in Warhammer. We like
Yeah.
I mean, you got Blood Angels obviously, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got Gene Steel Cults, you got Necrons, you know.
Yeah.
So we just like I think we like the different
Tau.
shit.
Yeah.
Tau? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Basically between us we've got all the Xenos.
Yeah.
And we do like different shits. But now, like you, I'm warming up to just this game that just does sci-fi differently.
Yeah.
It's not quite a Star Warsy sci-fi.
No, it's not. It's
But-
sci-fi is hard, man. Like
It's so yeah.
it's like
it's like a cyberpunk sci-fi.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
really is. It's that neo Japanese sort of influence.
Yeah.
Like, they've got the big neon signs, and the architecture kind of comes across that
Yeah.
Japanese. Like it just makes me think like Knights of Dice make this range called Neo Century. Which is like would suit Infinity.
It's
to
probably
a T.
Infinity terrain.
Probably
Yeah.
what he's designed it for. Yeah, but like, there's just like you know, I think as most people were introduced into this hobby via Games Workshop.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say we owe Games Workshop the fact.
No, we
you know?
we paid Games Workshop.
Yeah. We are well and
We
truly
paid for their services.
ahead.
Yeah. In the red.
Yeah, in the red. Yeah, they're winning. But like in a little like, I think I'm always going to have a little bit of a soft spot for the models that GW make.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like the company, like it's like you can talk about the company, like we're not like entrepreneurs or stock market fucking. I mean, we do have a.
I had a bit of a Bitcoin once. What'd you say?
Yeah. but I don't care like what the company's doing, like how much stock they're selling and their fucking profit margins. Like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like
Yeah.
they make cool models. Like,
Yeah, that's it.
you know, and like I'm always gonna appreciate. the fact-
Stock market me no understand.
Exactly. But like, you know, it's just good to see that side of things and then be like, wait, there's so much to this other world. It's like
Yeah.
you're always on one side of the fence and like you peek
Yeah.
over and you're like, holy shit.
Whoa. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that too. And I feel like because we were so enamored and so sucked into the amazing lore and models and literally everything about Games Workshop, apart from some of, I'm not even going to say
Yeah.
all of, their business practices,
Yeah.
is incredible. I've never met a Games Workshop store manager that hasn't been just like one of the most amazing people.
Absolutely. They
You
will,
know,
yeah.
you think of all the ones that we dealt with,
Yeah.
that was Sava, Pat,
Yeah, Pat.
Brad.
Yep. Absolutely.
Amazing.
And I've even like met a few other dudes like just going into stores like a few years ago when I was in Adelaide, like just
Yeah.
dropped into their store, Ringwood and like Ascot Vale, like
Yeah.
back in Victoria.
Yeah.
And like just nice. Like
Yeah.
they're just ready to talk to you about
And they
whatever.
love it.
Ballarat.
They love
you know,
it.
like
Yeah.
I walked in there and I was just like, you know, like just start chatting and they start telling you about all the shit they're doing.
Yeah.
Or like all this events and I get it. Like they're at the end of the day, they're salesmen, right? They're selling. They got to sell stuff.
Yeah.
They got it. Otherwise, they got a job.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
But like, they're just fair income dudes.
Yeah. But they're
Yeah.
salespeople that love and actually believe in their, to at least a large degree, their product.
absolutely,
Whereas when
yeah.
I was a salesman, I didn't give a shit about the stuff I was selling.
Yeah.
You'd think I did.
Yeah.
But not. I didn't genuinely love it like
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah,
You know?
the customer's like, I'm never coming back here again. You're like,
I don't
fucking
give a shit.
good.
Yeah. Why would you? Why are you even here now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why am I even here?
Oh, I'm so sorry. What can I do? What? All right, you're gone. Good.
Retail.
Yeah, retail, man, for sure.
Yeah.
But
Churchy
yeah.
knows. He works in the
Nightmare.
deli.
Yeah,
Nightmare.
yeah.
Never got out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Oh man. Yeah,
Yeah.
but my point was we were so sucked in that we didn't even like we saw all these other games.
Yeah.
We're like, why would I play
That's not
Infinity
Warhammer.
when I can play Warhammer? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
And now you're like, well, why would I spend money on another Warhammer army
Yeah.
just to show up to a tournament and get blown off the table
Yeah.
when I could spend half of that and have 3 Infinity quick skirmish games that so tactically like the rules are so deep.
Yeah.
And like we're not saying we'll ever not play War. There's no
Nah.
universe where we are not playing Warhammer.
No.
But there are times like now where we're just like we just need to
Need a break. Need some time apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still building and painting.
Yeah. We're sleeping on the couch for a little while.
Yeah, we're still in the same
Voluntarily.
house.
Yeah.
And we'll knock on the door on a 1 a.m. and be like, oh,
You awake?
Are you awake? You still up? But yeah, for the most part, we're still downstairs on the couch, just fooling around with some of the other stuff down there. So, what did you think of Infinity?
I'm keen, man.
Yeah.
I'm keen to have a crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just like it's sci-fi, we froth that.
Yeah.
I think just like the terrain, the tables we could do.
Oh, man.
I mean-
it just means more terrain.
Oh, we need it.
We need a lot more terrain.
I better get those printers whirling.
Get them firing on all cylinders, dude.
I've got one cylinder and they're all busted, so I've got a bit of work to do. That's cool, man.
Yeah. So that's... What have you been doing, dude, for the last...
I want to know what Churchy's been doing.
We went on many tangents.
What are you touching questions?
Yeah, I've been doing all this.
We've been going for nearly an hour.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay, Churchy.
Churchy, fill
I
us in,
heard you
man.
did hobby. It was mentioned in the ether, but
You didn't see it?
first, I really want a beer.
Didn't see it.
Oh, you want a beer?
Should I talk about my hobby first, or you get us a beer?
Yeah.
Oh,
depends
wait,
how
quick
you
you're
do
gonna
that.
be.
No, I'll be quick. You keep
Oh,
talking, Churchy, because I can hear you.
What are we doing?
Talking about your hobby,
Oh, I'm
dude.
talking about my hobby. Okay.
This is going off the rails.
Well, the thing is, I painted some bases.
You painted more than just bases, dude. You've painted...
Oh, right, yeah. I finished painting some models by painting the bases.
Shane already knows about your hobby.
Okay.
Which one do you want? I think.
Well, one of them is soft. Yeah, I'll drink it.
You drink it.
You know when you take it out of the six-pack and you're like, the can's a bit squishy?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I've only done that once, actually. What
It's
is it?
flat.
Do you want me to drink
Flat
it?
as fuck. No, I love Moondog.
Yeah, no, you do.
I'll drink flat.
So did you say you've been basing?
No. No.
There's a couple of bubbles in there, dude.
Is it because I'm like trying to make...
Oh,
You're
God.
just shaking the can up. Wow. Okay, Shane's poured himself a flat beer, but I digress. Churchy.
So no, I finished painting my Tempestus Scions that over many months I've
Yeah,
slowly painted. But I just had to finish up their bases. I just had to paint some bases.
Yeah.
So I finally did that.
When you say
And
paint
now they're all
bases,
done.
did you put a texture paint or something down, or did you just like?
I just glued like the dirt mixed stuff on there and like some
Oh.
bits of like cork that I made look like rocks and stuff.
Dope. Did you
Yeah.
paint the rocks?
Yes.
Paint the rims?
That's
Black,
that,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Victory lap.
Gave him the
Yeah,
old rim
victory
job.
lap.
Good
Did
job,
the rim
dude.
job. Yeah.
Fucking
Wow. So you finished my. Oh, wow.
So they're actually finished. I actually finished painting 10 Tempestus Scions.
Can you have a photo of those ready for us next time?
They're in the Discord, dude. You should look at check it out.
Wait,
I'm
did you
trying
post
now.
them in our Discord?
Fucking
Yeah,
you did and you
yeah,
missed
I
it.
did.
When did you post that?
The other day. Wait, I can actually probably bring up the... Because I think I've got
Far
it.
out.
Let me just...
I didn't even know you posted in the Discord. I thought that was a myth.
It blew up. You got like more likes than either of us ever get.
Yeah, that's because people like Churchy. They don't like us. They listen to the podcast in the hopes that eventually, at
me
some
try
point,
this.
Churchy will chime in with some interesting information. While you're doing that, I'm just flicking through the Discord. I see MJ's built some houses.
Oh, man.
What's that going to be for, you reckon?
Looks like World War II, maybe 15 mil scale.
She said not much painting so far this year, but smashing through terrain.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice. You have been smashing through terrain. That's not a small sit down.
Two-step
minute.
verification.
Oh, you've got to. Foggy. Wait, that's not the orcs I gave him, is it?
Like 2 days ago.
No, it's not. It's his dwarves that he's done, but he's putting them on bases.
Nice.
Ready for basing, some dwarf heroes. Good on you, Foggy.
So plenty
Smashing
of
it.
always happening in our Discord. Fox sees most of it, except for when Churchy posts.
Literally, I feel like I'm so proud that I would see 95% of the entire Discord.
Yeah.
I don't always get to reply because I just flick it and I'm like at work in a roof or
Give it
whatever.
a thumbs up or a love heart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or just see it and be like, I'll comment later and never do. But I
Yeah.
completely whiffed on that one.
Yep.
Foggy's based some of his old 1985 mithrils.
You can find links to our Discord on hobbyhomies.com.
Yeah. Jump in there. We love
Jump
it.
in.
We absolutely froth it.
Yep.
Absolutely froth it. Yeah, some cool stuff happening.
Yeah.
Oliver's in the hobby hangout currently, so if you're watching this at the time of recording, you can jump in there with him.
Why, dude?
Should we jump in and say hi live on the episode?
Right, that
probably
was
not.
easy. I thought we were going to put them in this episode's pictures. Now I can just bring it up on the old preview.
That's cool.
All right.
I'll never find it on here because I have no idea where you posted it. I posted a picture of a mouse caught in a spider web.
Yep.
So, here are, if it pops up, yeah, there we go. Here are the scions that I painted, that I finished painting.
Bro, that's awesome. That's so
Good
awesome.
shit, dude.
And I went for a very grim dark, kind of
Yeah.
rough around the edges. Kind
Yeah.
of wanted them to look like they've been through hell and that they've been fighting for ages.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
Bloody ass, dude.
they're rough and beaten and worn. Lots of like dry brushing for the metal detail and that.
Love that. That's sick, dude.
And yeah,
Now we can play Kill Team.
yeah,
Fucking
we
oath
can.
we can.
We can play some Kill Team.
Not gonna, because we got other stuff. But
So much other stuff. But
You could-
eventually.
you could proxy those in for an Infinity game we're all gonna play
You could.
right now. I'll summarize my hobby because I didn't realize we've been going for like an hour.
Every time I ask you, like, wait a minute.
What about this guy?
So Shane, what hobby have you been doing?
Wait, you said you bought some terrain. Tell me about that again. Not much. I mean, I've been on holidays since we last recorded. I think just before I went on holidays, I knew I wasn't going to get much hobby done on my entire break because I went to Queensland.
You brought hobby with you, though.
I'd never did it.
I know.
So I went there with intention.
Yeah.
I thought if I could just go to, there's a few local stores up there I'm familiar with, Heretics Haven in Nambour,
Yeah.
which I used to live in Nambour and it didn't exist back then. If I had I would never have come back down here and we would never have started the podcast. So.
Well, thank you, Heretics Haven.
For not opening sooner.
Yes.
So I thought if I could just get in there for a day, I knew he would let me build and prime them there. So I bought some Aldi paints because I was so curious. Because, I mean, they were super cheap to get.
Yeah.
I bought some Lord of the Rings orcs.
Okay.
And I was just like, if I could just... I'm curious about how bad these Aldi paints... Like, once you thin them a
They come with
ton...
brushes?
No, I bought brushes separately. So anyways, I
Aldi
spent...
brushes?
No,
Okay.
Aldi brushes. They were Kmart brushes.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, how cheap can I build and paint these Urukai
Yeah.
for? Well, if I built them in a store, that I built them for free.
Free, yeah.
And primed them for free.
Yeah.
And then I went to Moose's house and saw Moose and Lethal and played Warcry with them, two of
Oh,
our
yeah.
homies in Queensland.
Yep.
And then Moose was like, you can build and prime them here. And it's like, that'll be free.
Yeah.
Like, then, for the rest of the trip, I can just paint them with Aldi paints, which are $1 a paint
Okay.
for a big 100ml tube.
Yeah.
So I think a 16ml is what the normal paint pot is.
$6 or something, yeah.
Yeah, so for $1, I got, and they had Burnt Umber and Avalanche Sunset equivalent.
Yep.
A heap of different paints. So I was hyped to do that, but then I thought of the actual, I was like, actually, when do I have time to sit down and paint? Because if we're not with Lincoln, my son,
Yep.
then we're also with another couple who we should probably hang out with. That's
Yeah.
the whole reason we came on this trip. So, and then I was like, these Urukai all have long spears.
Yep.
So then I have to, like, once they're built, somehow transport them home.
Back, yeah.
So, and all your stuff when it goes on an airplane, whether it's overhanging or whatever.
You may as well just, like, kick it, like, down
Yeah,
the
might as well
street.
give it to Oz Post.
Yeah.
Because
Just
that
drop
shit,
punting
yeah,
it
yeah.
into the mailbox.
Like that scene is at Ace Ventura where he's a postie at the start and he's just like, anyways,
Don't know.
Jim Carrey. Anyways,
Yeah.
so I didn't do any while I was over there. So I did a mad dash to finish my 5 Lumineth Blade Masters
Yep.
that came in the Christmas battle box before I left. Completely finished, rim job and all.
You rim jobbed them.
I rim jobbed
I
them.
remember you sent me a photo to me, and you were so proud, and I'm like, when are you going to do the rim job? And
I
you're
was like,
playing
I
with
just-
LOL. And I'm like, okay, I might have hurt his feelings a little bit.
No, I was like, this is all I can do for tonight. More to do later. And you're like, make sure you do the rims. I'm like, dude, I can't. It's 1 a.m.
And I replied it like, I don't know, when was it? Like later.
Yeah, it was like, it might have been in the morning or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. I was like, dude, I fucking slaved
I
over
looked
these for
back
6
and I'm
hours.
like, he's a message me all day, and the last thing was his lol. I'm like, better apologize.
Imagine, did you apologize for that?
I don't know. I think so. Maybe.
I didn't recognize it. I remember I genuinely laughed when you said it. I thought it was a meme because I just slaved for like 6 hours trying to get these things finished. I was like, oh, I sent Shane a picture. He's gonna be so impressed. And you're like,
What
wait,
about
when are you gonna do it with the rims?
Yeah.
And I'm just there laughing at 1 a.m. Wife's like, what's going on? I'm like, yeah, it's this guy. So next time I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna send you a picture and be like, hey dude, to finish the models, I think you really like them. It'll just be bases but with an actual rim job done, and then that's it. You'll be like, dude, those are the best things you've ever
Fucking
painted.
incredible.
Yeah, I'll buy those off you.
I was very impressed though.
Thank you.
And when we played Warcry before you left,
Yeah, we did.
yep, they were painted then as well.
Yeah, and yours weren't? Were yours?
Half.
Yours
half
were half.
painted.
Very rare. that I'll play with painted models, and you
Yeah.
paint with half. You scumbag.
I know.
Do you even care about my enjoyment?
Not really.
Obviously not. Well, in turn, I didn't even paint my rim jobs, so eat a
You
dick.
lied to me. You straight up lied to my face.
Yeah. They are rimmed now.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, for that game, I didn't paint them.
Yeah.
I did them later. And you know what? I'm not going to show you a picture. 'Cause I didn't take one, because I don't. So, that was all I did. Now I've come back from Queensland, and I've never been more excited to do hobby.
Yeah.
But my problem is, all of my projects are so exciting.
Oh man, how do you? That's my problem too.
I'm like, a heap of my Beast Snagger stuff came at the same time. I ordered some from Troll Trader.
Troll Trader, yep.
It was $20 for 10 built Beast Snaggers, which are 84 retail or something. And I was like, is this a mistake? So I bought
What, 5 of them?
I bought 5 of them.
Yeah. Wait, what projects are you got that are you stuck on?
Stuck?
Well, not stuck on, but like torn between. You're on the fence between so many different
Yeah,
jobs.
great question.
What's the projects?
So the Lumineth Realm Lords, which I've
Yep.
just started, my only Age of Sigma army at the moment. I've got some Skaven, but it's not an army.
Yeah.
And the first 5 I painted, although it took me a long time, I breezed through them. I enjoyed the whole process.
Yeah.
No, that's a lie. I hated the first 2 hours.
Oh really?
Then I loved the last.
Did you assembly line them like
No.
batch paint them?
No.
Or did you paint one at a time?
I painted. There's 5. I only built 5 at the start.
Yeah.
And then I painted 1 as my test model.
Yeah.
And that was probably the 2 hours that I hated the most.
Okay.
And then I batched the last 4. And I hated the ugly stage. I think
Yeah.
just because of the way I painted them, they just were in the ugly stage for longer than normal.
Yeah.
And that's the part I hate, where I'm just like, it looks like shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And eventually it looked okay at the end. And all 5 of them on the base look great. Tabletop, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And my goal is to paint them quickly, not incredibly.
Yeah.
That's my preference on the scale. Quick versus good.
Yeah.
I'm up here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm up the
The
closer
speedy
quick
side.
end. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to finish the whole box of those.
Yeah.
So that's one project. My Beast Snaggers that all came, Moose built a heap for me, sent them down.
Yeah, yeah.
They arrived. The Troll Trader stuff did. I've still got the box I bought.
Yeah.
So I've got all that I'm just... I love those models. I don't like orcs typically, as we know. They're
Yeah.
goofy. But the Snaggers are cool.
The Snaggers are very cool. The Snaggers are the Warcraft orcs that
Yeah.
we both love.
They're tribal looking.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't like the new weapons. They stick to the old ways.
What does it say? The old ways is good.
The old ways is best. I don't know.
Something like that,
I'm not an
yeah.
orc dude. I just like them. So that's cool.
Yeah.
The new Tower Codex is coming out. So I've got 2,000 points of Kroot. No, I've got like 1,000 points of Kroot, which is 700 models or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know they're going to
You jumping
change.
on Tower?
No, I would never jump on Tower. I mean, I have to play Kroot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like, because of the Codex coming out, you're getting railguns.
No. I just
Okay.
want to know, can I play my Tower? Sorry, can I play my Kroot?
Yeah.
Can I play my Kroot?
Yeah.
Is that going to be a new thing in the Codex? Are Shapers now... I just was curious what they
HQ.
do with them in the new Codex.
Make them HQ and
Yeah.
nothing.
Or, look, if you want me to do the stupid thing where I run ethereals or whatever they're called,
Yeah,
but put Kroot
yeah.
heads on them and
Yeah.
call them that's fine. But change my Kroot.
Yeah.
They're so boring right now. They don't feel like actual Kroot. Just
Yeah.
change them. Do something interesting. But if they do that, I don't want to be building them when that happens. I want to be playing with them
Yeah.
when it drops. So I'm torn on that.
Yeah.
I've got Tyranids, which is all my Carnifexes.
Jesus Christ.
Ghosts.
Fucking
Ghosts
slamming
in the
doors.
house.
Yeah.
That's a fair old slam.
It was a big old slam.
Yeah.
Big old ghost.
Big old ghost.
Getting breezy out of it.
Chunky ghost.
Yeah.
Too much
Good,
cake,
means the
Mr.
cool
Ghost.
change is probably coming.
Yeah.
Fuck
yeah.
off, Ghost. No, piss off, Ghost. Is that what he says in
I-
Thor Ragnarok? I don't know. Yeah, it
Sorry,
is.
could
Maybe.
be, yeah.
It's like a freaky circle. Anyways.
Yeah.
Um,
That's the big like stone golem.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah,
Hi,
yeah.
my name is Gorg. I'm made of rocks, as you can tell. Yeah. That's Taika Waititi, who
Yeah.
directed
Yeah.
some of Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And who was IG-88 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been
Yeah.
watching that lately. I haven't watched any of it. Sorry, tangent.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's a story for another time.
Yeah.
That's another cool thing. Like the Book of Boba Fett's got me real hyped for Legion. So
Yeah.
I want to finish the rim jobs on my Rebels and get some new troops in there. I want
Yep.
to play with my Jin Urso. Moose got me a 3D printed Jin Urso.
Oh.
So I've got 2 different, so I can practice on that one because
Yep.
it's my favorite character of any universe ever.
Yeah.
So I want to do a good job on the actual model. So now I've got a cool little practice one.
Yeah. Nice.
which inevitably will be the only one I have the nerves to paint, and therefore
Of
be my
course.
main one.
But you only painted Geneso.
But yeah, so I got a full painted Legion army, so I'm keen to crank out games for that. I've just
Yeah.
got tons, man. I've got more Test of Honor minis. More.
Do you?
Well, I do. Built and ready to go, like the Rebels, the Eco Iki.
Oh, yes.
So I painted 3 of those guys,
Yep.
but I've got like another 10 of those, plus every new Ashigaru that they've released.
Well, I want to let you know that I've now finished watching The Age of Samurai on Netflix.
Oh, what'd you think?
Nice.
I enjoyed it.
Was that
enjoyed
the...
it.
That's the one, right?
The Sengoku period.
Yeah,
Like
with...
6-part
Yeah,
miniseries or whatever.
yeah.
That's good.
So I am now very educated in the world of Japanese.
Yeah. That's actually, I think, a lot of people who are big historian buffs don't like it, but I think that's a great place to start. It familiarizes you with a lot of the key characters.
Yep.
Yeah, like Oda Nobunaga. And, yeah, exactly. I forget the other guy's name. Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah. But like,
And the Iko Iki.
yes.
You see? Oh, do you see them in there? Yeah.
But I see a lot of Ashigaru Teppos
There you go.
and
Yep.
Yumis.
Yep.
I was like, what's with these bows? Why are they, like, the models, I'm like, why are they so shit,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm like, they're not even. And I'm like, I just went
Ah.
on Wikipedia, I'm like, Yumi bow. And it's like, they're meant to be like that.
Yeah.
They're meant to be like,
It's not a scaling. It's not a
Yeah.
model issue. Yeah.
yeah, they're meant to be like offset, like the top's much larger than the bottom.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It was cool. It is cool. I think it's great. And those are like some of the biggest. Those are the biggest key moments
Yeah.
of the Sengoku period. So it gets you, so familiar with the
Yeah.
what do you call it? The era.
Yeah.
So yeah, very cool. What were we talking about? My hobby. Haven't done much.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, so those are the main
The
projects.
tangents have been unreal.
Yeah,
tonight.
they've been big.
It's been a minute.
Yeah,
And-
it has.
Yeah.
So I got a ton. Infinity, although luckily Jason's painting those for me. So
Yep.
so now I've got a second Infinity
Chalk that
army.
up
I'm
as a win.
interesting. Yeah. Chalk that as up as the painted models. I'll take those.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, it's just been trying to get my 3D printers roaring, which has been a challenge. After
Yep.
moving house, I don't know what happened to them, but they are not happy.
They need to acclimate to their new environment.
They do, and they're not doing a good job of it.
You got to comfort them. You know, this is a big sort of process for 3D printers. That way they get comfortable
Yep.
in their atmosphere.
Yep.
Their tribe, they set up their hierarchy.
Okay.
3D printer hierarchy. Like one
Yep.
is the alpha.
Yep. That's
And then
Vixen.
of course the beta, which is
Skulk.
second in command.
Yep.
And then you have the younglings.
Endor. Yep.
Hmm.
That's what I've named my printers.
Okay. I'm
Vixen,
kind of
Skulk.
upset that one isn't one named Shane or Shaaz and possibly Churchy, but
Oh well.
alas,
We'll see.
that can be the next one.
They're all named after foxes. So
So now that they're in a new environment,
what do I have to do? What are you suggesting?
basically the chain of command has been shaken up.
Okay.
So they're all in battle for dominance.
Sure.
So what you need to do is get in there with a spray bottle,
Yep.
and you pick which one was going to be the alpha.
Yep.
You make the other two submit
Okay.
Yeah.
A spray gun of what?
water.
But you got to make sure that the alpha submits to you in the end.
Because
That
I'm
is-
the alpha.
You are, yes, but they aren't to know that.
Okay.
Otherwise,
It
there's
sounds
two
like-
betas.
Sure.
Doesn't
Sure.
work. One alpha, one beta, younglings.
Younglings. Well, they're acting like younglings because all
Yeah.
3 printers are dead right now.
Spray
so.
them with water.
Okay. Okay. Now see. So how's your 3D printer going? I'm taking advice from the guy that burnt out a nozzle.
Well, not because of water.
Yeah. Well, what did you use water?
It would have not burned out.
Okay. Cool them down. It is quite hot out there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll try and I'll try. You know, I'm a chicken enthusiast, and what you've
Yes.
explained to me is the pecking order. So that happens
Some
when you
call it
move them
printing
to
order as well.
Yeah, that's the printing order. You're correct. Yeah. So I'll try and I'll
Yeah.
help. But just like with chickens, sometimes you just got to put them in a ring together and be like, yeah, I'll figure it out.
And give them little knives.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to. Legally, we would never do that.
Did you hear about the cockfighting that
Yep.
like killed a guy?
It was awesome.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool. Did you hear about that, Churchy?
It does
It's like
vaguely
in
ring a bell,
Mexico
yeah.
or something.
Yeah, 'cause they put,
like knives in their talons.
Yeah.
and like this chicken like just like cut this guy's like artery. And
Yeah.
fucking bled out.
I think he did like
fucking brutal.
he tried to pick it up, and as he was picking it up, it like just like
I
flipped
think
and
so.
clipped him, and
Yeah, and
he
fucking-
bled out.
yeah.
I was like, wow, that's
What you
awesome.
get for animal cruelty.
I think so. I was like, damn, he only took down one. But I mean, at least that guy is the guy that was forever killed by a cock. So, which ironically is in the first one. Did you hear about that one? That's a late night. That's Hobby Homie's late night.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what this is, I guess.
Pretty much.
For now.
It's getting late.
It is getting late.
Well, I mean, this has been going for a minute. This has been
Yeah.
overtime.
Look, if you're
Call
still
it
here,
overtime. Is that overtime?
no, that's just time. That's a timeout.
Okay.
It means we pause and we delay the ending of the game. We're gonna take a quick timeout. No, yeah, we've gone into overtime here, but
Yep.
we'll, thank you. If
Hopefully
you're still
you've
listening,
enjoyed the tangents.
Yeah.
This has been fun. This has been like 2 weeks, but it feels like fucking 2 months.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
This is basically what it's like when we catch up.
Yeah.
This is if we didn't
Yeah.
have the cameras. This is just
We've been talking about the same shit.
literally. I had to make you guys shut up so many times. Where you're like, "Oh, I based my models or something." I was like, "Sure." Talk about it in a sec.
True.
Talk about it in a sec.
It's
So-
funny though that you did that, and then during the whole episode, you just wouldn't talk about your hobby.
No one cares.
True.
I got some by the way, I've ordered a heap of Lord of the Rings and Star Wars Legion from Churchy.
Nice.
And I almost bought some X-Wing, but I didn't.
You didn't.
Because I was like, oh, I could just spend that on more Legion.
Absolutely.
And then I've got more Legion.
Yep.
I don't know what that achieves for me because I've never played. Well, we played like once.
2 games,
Oh, yeah, probably 2.
maybe 2. Anyway,
Anyways,
before we go, this month's giveaway
yes.
sponsored by Guff Werribee. You have him right there. May as well show the camera.
I don't know if they'll see that. It's
pretty hard to
It's
get.
probably closer to that other one.
Yeah.
This is the. I just realised like a minute of no talking right there.
Yeah.
This
Shane's
is
holding up to the
the
camera.
Catachan Kernel, which has been hard to get for a while. We've got one to give away right there, and a paint pack which currently isn't in our possession, and some other basing stuff as well. So, yeah, thank you, Guff Werribee. Check them out on their website, guff.com.au.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other places have we mentioned? Throw the Dice is ttdiceonline.com.
Yep.
You mentioned miniature scenery. What's that?
Miniaturescenery.com.au, I believe.
Yeah, links for everything.
We
But,
always try and support our locals.
but we cannot thank Guff enough, to be
Absolutely.
honest. This is incredible.
Yeah.
This little dude, this is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
And they're passing that on to... Effectively, they're giving it to you.
Well,
the
they
listeners.
mean giving it to us. Oh, the listeners. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely not giving it to me.
Yeah, no, not to you.
Because I would have kept that.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. I don't even collect this. It's just a dope model.
Yeah.
And just cool as a collectible as well,
Yeah.
which I'm not like super into the whole... But then I saw this and I was just like, I mean, would they know if we just took it? But anyways.
We do now.
Yeah, exactly. So that's yours now.
Unless our names are inserted into the wheelofnames.com.
Yeah, which is also... No. So thank you, Guff, for this month's giveaway. That's
Yes,
incredible.
Thank you. You can enter the giveaway by liking the post and tagging a homie. Our patrons get automatic entries into all our giveaways.
Yeah.
So they essentially get 2 entries.
Yeah, if you do the thing, patrons, if you're listening,
Yep.
you get 1 free for being a patron.
Yep.
And then you'll get another one if you enter via the conventional methods.
Absolutely.
On our Facebook.
Yep.
Like in the
So
Facebook.
$2 a month, you can join our Patreon. You get early access to videos and episodes and entries to the giveaway and Discord
Yeah.
roles. So,
Yeah. And some other
yeah.
benefits like our undying
Absolutely.
love.
And higher tiers get also more benefits.
And more love.
More
It's not a lie. And you can also, we've never said this before, but I think it's fair that all patrons, because normally it's $5 to touch the lamp.
Yeah.
But I think all of our patrons can watch us touching the lamp for free.
Yes, and if you join our new tier, which is starting at $100 a month, you can touch the lamp.
As many times as you like for an entire day.
Yep.
No more than 2 hours per day. I think that's fair. And
Anyway.
if you want to subscribe to that tier and can't find it, PM us,
Yeah.
please.
Massive thank you to all our patrons. We wouldn't be doing this without you. We've got Burnsy, Whack, Final Dinosaur, Joey P, Lockie, MJ, Lethal, Moose, Penny, and Gridlock.
Thank you, Gridlock.
Thank you, Gritty.
Love you, Gritty. Sorry, Gritty, if I forgot to shout you out a few times in the past. Thank you, Gritty. We got Elko, Churchy, thanks, Churchy, Rad, Oliver, Hockers, Tricky, Aggro, Foggy, Adrian, and Big Roach.
Big Roach. We also have some new homies to shout out that came in a couple of weeks ago, but we've been off.
Yeah.
So, as always, massive shout out to Lachlan from Wartide.
Yes, Lachlan. Thanks, man. You didn't have to do that. We frothed your game anyways, but
Exactly.
check out Wartide.
Now we froth it even more.
Yeah. now it's our favorite game. In fact, welcome to Hobby Homies Wartide Journey into.
Oh no.
Thank you, Lockie. We appreciate it, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We got Matt B, also known as Broheim in the Discord. He is fairly new to the Discord. He's been sort of quiet, but now he is kicking off 5 parsecs like you wouldn't believe. Got a write up on there with each turn.
Yeah.
Forgot the word for a second. Then he's
What's
got
it called?
2 turns so far.
A bit of a blog going on it. It's awesome.
Yeah, great write ups, photos, and everything. Brilliant.
Broham, thank you. Thank you for that. That content for us who love parsecs is a reward alone. But to support us as well, thank you, my man. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You're incredible. And we've also got Steve Paul.
Stevie P.
Steve Paul. I don't know if you prefer that, Steve, but
I don't know.
yeah.
He's getting it now.
We still have yet to catch up and play a game, my dude, but looking
No.
forward to it. I've been keen chatting to you about a couple of the... It was in a tournament, played in a tournament,
Yep.
which was great.
Yeah, in Ballarat. Wasn't RatCon, it was the other one.
It was the other one. You are correct.
Rogue, no, not Rogue Trader.
He did tell me.
He did
Yeah.
say, he said it in Discord. He sent photos and everything. It was awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so cool to see your experience as someone that's, I think, getting back into it because we saw him at the GTO.
Yeah.
And he was just
there
sort of
with his
sussing
mate,
it
they was
out.
hanging out,
Yeah.
watching the games. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's in Throw the Dice, I think, a fair bit.
Yep.
So, and around the scene. So,
He's the first homie I've seen in the wild that's not at an event.
yeah, true.
We saw him at Guff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so true.
Yep.
Yeah, very cool, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your support. That's incredible. Appreciate you. Keep posting in the Discord, all 3 of you.
Absolutely.
We want to see more Wartide.
Yep.
We want to see more 5 parsecs. And we want to see more Imperial Fists.
Fuck yeah.
Is that what you got? That's what he's got. Imperial Fists.
Is it?
We want to see whatever you got, Steve Paul. I'm pretty sure it's Imperial Fists.
I think so.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Thanks again, homies, and we'll see you next week.
Toodles.
Uru.
Peace.
Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice.